Okay, I got all kinds of projects in work. That nice phonograph, that Fireside, I did the re-shellac on and put the new water slide on it. That actually sold. I did not reduce my price at all. I got pretty good money for it. So consequently, I don't have any crown jewel in my eBay store to attract people. That's also why I left the price high. It brought a lot of traffic to the store. So anyway, I have to fix up some more phonographs. I've posted a bunch of radios, so I actually don't have any phonographs listed. I need to balance out the store. So this is one of the standards from the Phonograph Triage video. See, the label is trashed. I just separated the bottom. I'm going to redo this. This is made from two different pieces of wood, and so one piece of wood had kind of bowed and it made a gap in the end here, so I took this all apart. I have to re-true the piece that kind of bellied out. Wood warps and changes, especially over 100 years worth. The lid was all in pieces, all the joints had come apart, so this is all re-glued. The hardware looks terrible on it. I've got some pure nickel anodes on order, so I'm gonna replate these myself. I put these in the tumbler and walnut shells. It cleaned a lot of the stuff off, but I'm gonna have to do some more work, prep those, and it'll be my first time electroplating. I always wanted to learn that process, so now I have an excuse. The motor for this one, I thought it had a bad mainspring, but upon closer inspection, one of the gears had come loose on the shaft. There's a little gear down in there. That's part of a shaft that attaches to this bigger gear. I was able to solder that back together, so I'm gonna see if the solder joint holds. I'm gonna put this thing through its paces before I, would ever think about selling it. This is all part of the same unit. I'm trying to locate another lid. I haven't seen one that I thought was worth the money yet. This is missing a piece here. That's what's killing this for me. Otherwise, I could just, get the hardware and fix the rest up. So I'm gonna see if I can locate one. This one does have a problem with the spring, so I'm gonna open this up. Same thing, all these phonographs, these cylinder players that get shipped to me like this, these are every single one of these has come apart. So I'll start with repairing the lids, and you can see where the two boards actually separated on the bottom of this one. So same thing, this cabinet's gonna have the bottom removed. I got to re-glue and true the lid up. And apparently somebody named Otto owned this at one time. Sure to scratch their name into it. This thing's gonna need a complete repaint. The paint is totally gross on this. This thing's not gonna have any value, all trashed out like that. The lid is pretty good on it. This will clean up. Molding's okay. So I have another one in work. Same deal. The lid came apart in shipping. All the glues dried out, so fixing that. This is part of this. Also, this backboard split. Hinge came loose, so that's being glued. The motor is good on this one. So the gear came loose. This just moves around on the shaft. Supposed to be a press fit. Usually those brass gears will split. I'm gonna try and drill through the shaft and drill through the gear. And peg it. Otherwise, it's a hell of a process to get that right, to press on a new one and have it exactly in the right position. So I'm going to attempt to repair it that way first. The spring appears to be in good shape. Hopefully this won't be too bad of a repair. And then finally this one. Cabinet's exploded on this one. I don't know how good the woodwork's going to come out on this, and same thing, the lid's turned to kindling. It has a good lid on it. Oh yeah, this other one also. Forgot to show the lid. Lid's in decent shape. So I've got my work cut out for me. I don't remember if the spring's good or bad on this one. I'll have to check it. Okay, the spring appears to be good on this one. However, the downside is that this is a 2-minute only machine. These are one of the lowest value machines you can have. So when you're bidding online from the thrift stores, you have no way to really inspect these things, and the pictures are crappy, so everything's a gamble. It did come with a good Model C reproducer. I tested it, it works. I'm going to start piecing all of these back together and pick one to put on the website. The best one wins. And then this is the latest one that just came in. I just received this the other day. Oh, spring's good on it, but same thing. You can hear it running inside. Needs a belt. Fortunately, this is a 2-minute, 4-minute machine, and of course, just like all the others, the lid's coming apart. Looks like somebody did some repairs on this at one time. It shouldn't have this many screws. This is the horizontal carriage that takes the Model N reproducer. It already has this on the back. This is in better shape. Well, I don't know. Yeah. The bearings aren't frozen on this, so this was a Signet horn model. So I have to make a decision on this one, whether I'm gonna make this my Signet horn model for my collection or do this one. I did get the old bearing out of it. I have new bearings for it. I guess it's gonna boil down to what I like more, but see, this one's undrilled and that other one's already set up. I do have all the parts to do this one, but since that one's already drilled, you know, and it's a horizontal carriage, it's going to be a Signet horn model, and I don't have a source for another Signet horn, and then the crane and all that. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do, because this will take it'll take a lot of money to get another horn, crane, spring, joint. So I'll have to think about that. That might not be worth it, so I'm gonna have to do some pondering. So I'm getting my practice up on all the other phonographs. So in the future, I have a challenge, the box of parts challenge. So this is not my wood horn. The owner purchased this at an auction, and when, I guess, going out to the parking lot with it, slipped and it fell on the parking lot and exploded into pieces. So my challenge is to try and put this back together. There is one little piece missing that he hasn't found yet, so it's going to be reassembled minus that piece, so right here. So either if he ever finds it, it can go back in, or he's going to have to splice in a piece. And hopefully I'll be able to get this back together. So I'm going to give it a shot and see if I can make a phonograph horn out of this again and give it back to the owner. This will be its own video. This is going to be quite involved.